How's it going, guys? This is Vaughn, and we're back in American Truck Simulator, once again in 150, and we have here a truck that is still in beta. This is the Western Star 4900 SF by Bormann's Performance. He's got a ton of cool trucks on there that he's worked on. So this one being in beta, it is still pretty basic. There's not too many options that we have here to configure. It is basically just kind of like we have kind of some options on the interior, but not too much. My apologies, I'm getting a phone call as soon as I started. So let me just kind of show you around on the outside here. Got some nice detail on there. This is the day cab version, and he's got a sleeper version as well, also kind of basic. But fortunately, it is compatible with most of the rims and wheels mods that I use. So certain things like the exhaust and the tanks and the filters and the chassis, deck plate, all that stuff cannot be modified beyond what it comes with, just the stock option. Same thing with the bumper as well. But you can modify certain things like, let's see, we've got the lights on the sides, the horns, the visor, I believe, and then some options on the interior, which if you go in here, you can see you can modify a little bit of like the accessories and things like that, the kind of GPS that you want, that kind of stuff. So everything, I would say 95% of it is just stock. But from what I can see here on the inside, it looks very, very detailed, and Bormann's is known for making stuff very realistic and, you know, true to the real thing. So you don't get many dash plate options. This is pretty much the only one. And then, oh, the steering wheel as well, you can customize. This is the stock wheel. I wanted to kind of show that off. But you have other options there as well. So, yeah, that's kind of a basic walkthrough of it. So it's still in beta. This is, I think, the second beta version that we have currently. I believe it's 1.5 beta. So I'm looking forward to more of the versions to come out soon on this truck. So anyway, let me go ahead and I said that I would get that that pesky performance thing out off of the screen. I apologize for just now getting around to that. Okay, so we are in Laramie, Wyoming, and we will be taking a shipment, kind of a quick little job over to Nebraska. Can show you where we're picking up here. It's not too far from here. It's at the Vestas. So we'll go over there, and then we'll take a look at the route to actually take us into Nebraska once we pick up. So let's get on it.
Let's go.
Okay. Engine is very quiet. Hopefully it's not too quiet for you guys. Let me turn up my volume over here. Okay. Get on our way out here, and as you can see, we've got the double trailer behind us with Hell Creek on there. So we're gonna be representing the company hopefully well today. And we have just a simple Detroit diesel 60 series.
Turn right.
I believe it's 575 horsepower.
Turn right.
Not gonna really bother stopping. The road is clear.
Keep left and then turn left. Turn left.
All right. Some interesting stuff happening with the blinker. It's not a constant blinker. Not sure what that's about. I had seen this in also another truck that I drove before, a mod. So it's not a. I don't think it was necessarily a stock truck. Wish I could remember what it was. I think it was another Western day cab, if I'm not mistaken. I think. And we've got an 18-speed in here. I think it's a 3 1/4 differential. There aren't many transmissions available for it, but thankfully you can pick a lot of engines. I want to say it's compatible with most of the engines I have in this profile, which are, let me think here. Some from Creech Bomb, some from Slav Jerry, a smattering of Z mods.
Keep right, and then continue straight on.
But this one doesn't sound too bad.
Go straight on. Keep left, and then turn left.
The tanks I do kind of wish you could get more out of, because the normally if you have a truck that has the the day cab versions, you can't really pick over a certain size of tanks because you're not really going to need that much fuel in a day cab. But even with the sleeper option, you can only pick there's only one tank option available. So hopefully he'll add some more to it. He is very clear in his description of everything when you go and browse through his shop and look at this truck, that it is a beta. So, to expect any errors and to expect that it's still working, still a work in progress. So you're not going to have everything that you might want. Not just yet, anyway. Still getting some stutters here.
Go straight on.
We're still kind of figuring out, what settings work the best for 150. There's a lot of speculation that the version that we have now is actually the public beta, even though SCS was not very clear on that. Or not clear at all, I should say. They just basically made it seem like they're just giving us 150 and that's it. So I'm not sure about that. Whether what we have is the public beta after all, or what.
Go straight on.
Slow it down here to 30. It would make a lot of sense if this was the public beta, because of how there's still a lot of stuff that has to get ironed out regarding the performance and other bugs, like some of the convoy bugs that we've been seeing. So I can speed up now. These guys are not speeding up. Why are we still going 45? Okay, now they're speeding up a little. Gradually. Man, the speed limit keeps changing over here. First it's 65, and then it's 40, and then 30, and then 70, and then 40 and 30. Going right, so I gotta get over here.
Keep right, and then turn right.
Hope we don't stay behind this bus.
Right.
Okay, good. Nothing against you, Mr. Bus, but you're slow.
Go straight on.
And this is a payware truck, of course. I'm usually pretty upfront about that whenever it's not a free... Oh, come on, what happened to 8? That was weird.
Get ready.
Just
Turn
completely
right.
slipped out of gear there. I'm very upfront about that when I, you know, show off mods. Make
Turn
sure
right.
that you guys are aware that it is a payware mod. Last thing I want to do is mislead anybody. So yeah, it's payware. It's $20 on sale right now at the time of recording this. So it's definitely worth it if you want to go ahead and snag it for yourself. Because what I can say, you know, even though this is a beta truck at the moment, what I can say is that I can vouch for Bormann's usual high quality of detailing and modeling that he puts from most of his trucks. So, you know, there's no doubt in my mind that as this truck keeps getting worked on, you know, you're going to get even more value out of it, because as more things get added and more configuration becomes possible, you're just going to enjoy this truck even more as time goes on. He's got a Patreon page as well, although he doesn't update that as often as his Facebook page. So
It's all over now.
it's all over now. Okay, hopefully this job's still waiting for us. Nice. So there it is. No, here it is. Laramie to Chadron, Nebraska. Should be a nice drive. Pulling in right there. Easy enough. As long as we don't get complacent and mess it up. Oop. Kind of took out that orange thing. I mean, I don't know. I put it a little close. I think a little too close to where we got to go. If anything, we can wrap around and do it over. Oh. They almost took it. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. I gotta stop right on it. There we go. An inch too far or an inch too far behind? Too far up or too far behind? All right.
Drive safe.
We shall. As long as we don't hit any orange cones. Any more orange cones. You can do it.
Get ready to turn right.
It's big old turbines. Spinning and spinning.
Turn right.
It's always fun driving on dirt because of how aggressive I have my my force feedback on this wheel.
Get ready to turn
Big old machine there too.
Turn right.
All right, we are clear. This dude makes really good trucks. I'd have to say probably the Mac Titan is my favorite of his. Really nice. So if you want to check, you know, his
Go straight on.
website, his Selfie store, and look at the Mac Titan. That's kind of the staple of quality that you can expect. So already,
Go straight
you know, even though this truck is in beta, it still looks really, really good on the inside. You know, the texturing, the modeling, and everything is really good quality. for it being a beta truck. I mean, there's full trucks that have, you know, been released fully that, you know, have made it past the alpha beta stages that don't look this good.
Go straight on.
I'm quite pleased with it.
Turn right.
Okay, I think we're good. Come on. I must not be keeping my foot down long enough. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah, I gotta press that clutch longer, which makes sense. Oh, slowing down again. And 45. That's a really interesting issue. You probably heard it just now, did it a second ago, where the engine sound will cut out as well as you'll get a stutter. So I think we need to kind of figure out what's going on with that, because it does get a little annoying. It's 33 here, so slow it down. So yeah, it does make more sense to think of this as a public beta the way it is
Keep
now.
left, and then turn left.
That's what I'm thinking.
Turn left.
Just kind of interesting that they weren't as clear about it being a public beta. They just kind of, you know, said, hey, you know, it's out here, it's available for download.
Go straight on.
Probably inch up a little bit. Let me also grab a screenshot while we're here just before the sun goes down. Otherwise, it won't look as good. So let me do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Got our screenshot. Had to make sure I did that before I forget. I do not trust my memory enough to work when I need it to. All right. So, in other ATS news, we've got some cool stuff coming to ATS expansion.
Keep right.
The update that they're working on. And then we did some experimenting last night as of recording this with the dedicated server I'm trying to set up
Keep right, and then turn
to run
right.
on my in-house laptop.
Turn right.
I just kind of want to see what we're looking at as far as the performance goes, and whether or not my machine will be able to support it. So we tested everything. It was basically just me and Dan and DI tested it out yesterday, and so far we're all able to connect to it just fine, and we're able to see it on the Convoy lobby list, and able to get in, and we weren't getting any weird network connection errors or anything. That was the main thing that I was worried about, is because I had to make sure that, whoa, big stutter. I had to make sure that the server configuration was done properly, and all the port forwarding that you got to do was done. So that seems to be coming along. See, I think we have our lights on. Yeah, okay, so make sure. And then, you know, once we get the load order figured out that we're going to do, we're thinking of turning it into an Esterlon server, because Esterlon, you know, it's going to have its own map module. It doesn't use the USA map that SES has, because Esterlon is a 1-to-1 scale map of the area. So that is, you know, the entire thing you get is, it looks like it's not much, but since it's a 1-to-1 scale, you know, it takes you in real time a very much closer equivalent to driving in real time, rather than ATS is like a 1 to 19 scale, something like that map. So that'll be fun. And let's see what else we have going on. I think Dan was able to get his free Convoy server working good. He had mentioned that G-Portal resolved some issue. I don't remember if he said what the issue was exactly, but he covered it in his video. Was it today? I think it was his video today, or I think. I hope I have that right. Where he talked about if the free Convoy server is fixed. So I think that it should be fixed now. So now I gotta go and redo my load order to make sure I have the current setup for mods and everything for that server. So that's good news. I guess it was on G-Portal's end that something was screwed up, because he had said that, you know, people would join, but they'd get the network connection error and they'd get booted from the Convoy server, which is really crazy. And we didn't have those issues before 150, so not really sure what happened that caused that, but hopefully G-Portal was able to come up with a solution that they can roll out for everybody. I need to talk to Dan and see what all that was, because we have that server on G-Portal, the free Convoy server, and then we've got our 2 dedicated servers that are private for Hell Creek Trucking.
Exit right.
Oh my gosh, this is the second time they do this to us. The one exit that we need is blocked.
Reroute.
Oh my gosh, that's annoying. None of the other exits were blocked, only that one, and that's happened to be the one that we needed. I sure hope that it doesn't add too much to our trip, us having to do this detour. Get in our right lane to prepare for that. I'm sure there'll be an exit coming up. Ooh. Broken down bus. Not fun. Well, I think we got another slowpoke here. We gotta go around. Because we're already going to lose a little bit of time here. I think we're exiting here.
Keep left.
Oh,
and then
nope.
exit left.
Not to the right, to the left.
Exit left. Keep left and then turn left.
Okay. guess this is our method of turning around
Turn left.
and correcting our course. Little rest area here.
Get ready to turn right.
Don't really need a blinker because there is nowhere else to go than right. This is a nice little stop. So ordinarily we'd just park in this one of these spots if we were going to rest up, but we're just kind of using it as a method to turn around safely.
Turn left. Turn right.
Wait for Mr. Carr. Well, in
Go straight on.
non-ATS news, in my personal news, which don't worry, there's not too much of it. Life has been pretty darn busy. Have a lot of projects going on at work, and that's why it makes it a little hard to put content out. But I am trying my best here, so. You know, when I am able to record, that's why I don't really mind doing the longer videos, because I've explained this before. I know I'm beating a dead horse about it, but you know, I know that there's viewers that are watching this video for the first time, I guess people watching my content, including this video, without having seen the channel first. So I definitely welcome new viewers, and so that's why I kind of repeat things in case anybody had not heard it before. So, you know, I talk a lot about just being busy. I don't really go into much detail, but stuff going on at work, and then, you know, sometimes I'll talk about stuff going on at,
Keep right. And then exit.
you know, here at home, like the recent, the recent event that we had, having company over,
Exit.
and having to essentially, it felt like remodeling the house. That was a big content drought time period because of that.
Turn right.
So of course that's behind us for now, but I'm just using that as an example. So I'll sometimes share, you know, things going on in my life just to give you a little bit of a personal insight. And I don't mean to use this as an excuse, but you know, life happens, and much as I enjoy making content, streaming, even playing the game in single player to relax and stuff, sometimes you just don't have the time. But when I do, like right now, I try to make the best of it. So like the other night, did a 6-hour stream, started early because I had the time and because I felt like it. So I really just try to take advantage of the limited time I have, because I don't get the chance to play this game every single day. I don't get a chance to record every single day. And, you know, there's plenty of times where possibly I could record, but because the day was so busy or life is so busy at the time, I would much rather just relax in single player. And then there's other times where, you know, us guys in our BTC, Hell Creek Trucking BTC, have to put in some serious miles before the deadline, the end of the month, to, you know, keep climbing the leaderboards. So, you know, there's always different circumstances as far as why I maybe cannot put out a video, you know, every day, or why they slow down, things like that, or why I don't stream super often. I'm trying to keep up a minimum of streaming once a week at a minimum. I know that there's been times where I haven't hit that, but it hasn't been often. I, you know, at least put out one stream a week. So we gotta pull in over here, looks like. I think it's to the right, so it's gonna throw us off course a little bit. Just for a second. So yeah, I really try to, so like the other night where we did the 6-hour stream, that was just purely because I wanted to, and because I had the time and the ability. Oh,
Get ready.
it's right here actually. Ooh, can we even get to it from here? Oops. Nope, we're gonna have to blow it this time. Sorry guys, can't make it over there. We already passed you up. But also because I don't want to. So yeah, there's always circumstances like that. But you know, lately it's just been, we've got a huge customer project going on at work, and that eats up most of my time.
Turn right, and then continue
and you know, not just my time, but also my mental capacity. Because it's like, after a full day of doing stuff at work, I just want to get in and drive and not think about talking, not think about, you know, because streaming and recording takes a little bit out of you as well. Definitely not as much as your occupation. But I think for the effort and everything that I put into recording and streaming, it does take a little bit out of me. So I definitely don't want to give you guys poor content because I'm not able to maintain my usual, you know, energy or whatever. So yeah, there's times where I have to make an executive decision and decide, you know what, I'm not going to record today. I'm going to do it tomorrow when things are better and easier, and it's just better for me. Hopefully you guys can respect that. But yeah, I do try my best, and I do take advantage of the times when I do have free time. Also in other news, I've been, so I think probably something I haven't talked about, I do talk about hobbies sometimes, where I have a hobby of recording music, and then I have, oh, we're in Nebraska country now. You saw the sign. Also, you know, photography and things like that, cycling, you know, biking. And recently I've also taken up, well, I guess retaken up, because it was an old hobby of playing tennis. So my sister and I, pretty much on a weekly basis, sometimes more than once, get together for that. So I was looking, just out of curiosity, at some local tennis clubs, just cause. And there's some interesting options over here, close to where we live. There isn't really one for our neighborhood, but I'd kind of want something a little more upscale, something that, you know, because I don't like the hassle of dealing with, like, because there's some community ones like that come with your neighborhood, and those are usually okay, but you know, they're not really as well maintained as dedicated facilities where, you know, they offer tennis courts as an option and things like that. So for example, there's a probably within 10 miles of my house, there's a country club that offers they got something ridiculous, like 30 tennis courts, and it's the kind of thing where you pay annually to join. I want to say it's like 10 grand annually. That doesn't include your initiation fee. So, you know, there's pretty serious ones like that, and they offer tons of amenities and things like that. And then there's, oh, and so, yeah, and something like that have a split membership where you can also include access to the golfing fields. And then, but you can also do just like the tennis courts only, things like that. So they have it split up pretty nicely. But there's one that I'm thinking about going with that is only, I want to say it's only a few hundred a year. thinking about doing something like that because I don't know. I like to think that I live comfortably enough, but not that comfortable. Not comfortable enough to spend thousands a year on a single thing, especially a tennis club.
Turn right, and then turn right.
So, yeah, that's been the latest venture, figuring all that stuff out. All right, so we made it to Chadron. Sherwood looks like is where our drop is. So let's see how we're gonna do this. All right, looks like we're just gonna go right here. So I realized I hadn't leveled up much in this profile because it is this profile here is for one of our dedicated servers, our Ruta server. So I haven't driven as much in this one. Pretty much only driving this one when we're gonna do convoys. I don't do much single player here, except for like right now. See if we can get it this time. May need to do another go around. Oh, nope, they're gonna give it to us. I just gotta get it a little more exact. There we go. Yeah, it's not as straight as we could probably make it, but I'm not worried about it. I still need to do that. Every time I drop off and they tell us to turn off the engine, I need to do that command where you can disable having to turn your engine off before you unload. But anyway, just for the sake of getting the video done, I'm not really too worried about how straight we are. They're happy with it, so are we. Yeah, so I'm level 46 still. I need to get to level 50, and then that'll pretty much give us the most difficult parking, which I usually prefer. But all right, so that was IBC containers from Laramie to Chadron. 304 miles, 6.5 hours, 41.5 gallons. And we got a nice 9,900 out of that. Cool. Well, I'll have a link to the website, Selfie website for Bormann's Performance. So you can go and check out his array of trucks. I definitely cannot recommend enough the Max Titan. This one as well is looking fantastic. Just wanted to make sure that I did a video on it so you can see what it looks like in its beta. And then as updates come out, which I'm sure they will soon, because this truck, I want to say, was just released probably a few days ago. At least the updated beta was, I believe. So I think it's kind of cool to look at trucks and see the progression as they are developed further and built out more. So we will catch you guys in the next one, where we will be continuing our World of Trucks series to finish out the Cruising Nebraska event. You can see up there in the corner. We've gotten 3 out of 12 for our goal, so next video we'll be continuing that. So we will look forward to that, and hopefully see you guys around the channel for joining live streams or checking out more videos. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please subscribe and drop a like while you're at it. I appreciate the love and support. I appreciate all of you guys watching, all the subscribers. We've gotten some new ones the last few days, so I really appreciate all of that. And until the next one, guys, we'll see you then. Everybody be safe and have a great one.